You've been all around the world, in some places like Egypt. Where else?
Saudi Arabia, I worked in Switzerland, France, Germany, Venezuela.
It's different from place to place to get the excellence, to get the business excellence, or you can use the same recipe, the same things or ways to do in all around the world.
I think cultures are different,
Okay.
and there are certain common things.
Yeah.
People want to improve their lives every day. Customers want to grow categories. Store want to look more beautiful. People want to look better and feel better. So these things are common. People look for better quality at lower price. People look for better value. See, these are all commonalities. And also people that we hire, they look to succeed. They want to work in a professional environment. They want to work in a disciplined environment. So all these things are common. Now, as you execute, there are cultural differences. So there are countries where people execute very well as individuals. There are other countries that people work better as groups.
Yeah.
And these are the subtleties that you have to learn as you go to the country and see how you can best utilize the assets that exist in the country.
And what is your strategy when you come from a place that is that has more individual mindset to a place that there's like more group mindset, and how you handle to change your mindset from place to place?
First, I have to adapt. So you have to respect the culture. It's
Okay.
very important that people understand the subtleties of the cultures that they live within. And within that, you can then really start mobilizing people. So Brazil is one of the workplaces where people like to work in groups.
Yeah, they come and hug you.
Yeah, they
Farahat.
they love to work in groups. People like to be very motivated,
Yeah.
and they like to do things together. So the point here is there is no challenge in bringing people together. The challenge is how, when you bring them together, to make sure they execute with excellence. That would be the challenge. In other cultures, the challenge is to bring people together. So these are different subtleties. So here in Brazil, that's the easiest thing, getting people together.
Oh,
what
okay.
needs to happen is that they have to execute as scripted.
And not just party out.
No, party exists everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
But people here in Brazil, people are very creative. And you have to channel that creativity. You have to get the creativity, get the best out of it, and channel it into excellence in execution.
And being a leader in one company that has been around for so long time, and that has this kind of strategy, worldwide strategy, it makes easy to reach the excellence, or it's more difficult for do this?
I think we are very fortunate that we have a long history and we have a footprint all over the world. So, I mean, our company has 175 years.
Yeah.
So it's one of the really oldest companies that exist. So we have a lot of heritage.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of experiences. So anything I need to check or find out, there is an experience that PSG has gone through somewhere, written somewhere in one book. So that brings, to start with, that brings a lot of knowledge on the table. So when people start making decisions, at least they are aware that certain experiences have happened. The other thing is that we have this huge footprint worldwide.
Yeah.
And we're digitally connected. So, I can check with somebody in Japan what his point of view is. I can check with somebody in the US, and I will get an instant feedback. So when you have this all these capabilities to help you make decisions, I think these are very good tools to execute well. And the thing to keep in mind is that, our clients and our consumers, they don't really care about our strategies. What they care about is what we execute. That's what they see. It's like when you go to a restaurant.
Yeah.
What you care about is really the plate that is coming in front of you for you to eat. That's the most important thing for you.
It doesn't matter the way it comes there.
The service that the person is giving you. So how the whole thing is executed. Now, what the restaurant has in their bank account and the work that they have gone through to build up the restaurant, all those things, they don't matter to you.
Yeah.
What matters to you is when you sit and eat, are you served well and are you eating well? That's the execution.
I think one of the things that matter for our audience is if you have any kind of tip any kind of trick as a leader to help to inspire people for the excellence in the work environment?
I think people have to, as much as they are obsessed about creativity, they have to be obsessed about execution. Because, you know, if you create very well and people don't see your creation, you know, great ideas get killed. But the way that people see your creation is if you really execute it very well.